Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is more than just a name. He's a true phenomenon. He's a big brother to many, including myself, and one of my biggest inspirations. This man is an unstoppable force that has been making waves all the way from Europe to the USA. He's a visionary with huge dreams, but he's not just your average being. He's a multi-dimensional powerhouse, an icon with his own gravitational pull. He's the genius behind a revolutionary brand that's completely redefining the world of fitness, which he'll share more about shortly. But this man is an alien, folks. He's taken over the digital world by a cosmic storm. He's not just everywhere, he's everywhere all at once. On stage, to the studio, to the weight room, and simultaneously uplifting the energy of those around him. This isn't just a guest we're welcoming today. He's a creative architect and a trailblazer with the audacity to redefine what's possible. He's shown me what true ambition looks like. So get ready, because today you're not only meeting an extraordinary person, you're meeting a mastermind, a visionary, and a legend in the making. So without further ado, please give it up for the one and only Anthony Miller, aka DJ Tony Davinci.
Hey, man. Hey, hold on, man.
Let's go.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? It's good to see you, my boy.
I appreciate that.
That was a good introduction.
Boy, I'm about to put that on my resume.
Might as well,
I gotta put that on my resume. That go crazy. I didn't even know I was on that now. Hold on. You told me something.
Multi-dimensional,
I
man.
found something out today. Shoot, man. Hey, look.
Yeah, cheers, man, for sure, bro. Good to see you, my boy. Glad to have you, man, for sure. I'm glad you
appreciate
came
you
out.
having me, bro.
Man, bro.
I have to take shades off for that one, boy.
Feel me, my boy? Straight up, my boy. The atmosphere done heated up a few degrees, you feel me?
Man. Tell me about it, bro. So how's it going, bro?
Man, everything is going well, man. I'm just glad to have you here today, man. Without further ado, let's get into it, man. Let me ask you about your background, man. Where you're from. Let the people know who are you and how did where you from shape you who you are today.
So, I'm Anthony Miller, like you mentioned. Tony Davinci. Some people call me Tony. Luigi. You know me from way back. And just born and raised Goldsboro, North Carolina, 919. And just come up from, family background, real family oriented,
For sure.
real close family, big family. So that's always been a big thing,
And you said the Carolinas, right? So what part of Carolina, north or south?
Eastern, we talking about Eastern.
Eastern North Carolina?
Eastern.
For sure.
Yeah, so.
How is that growing up in that? Isn't Carolina more kind of like small town and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, family feel, more of a family oriented type place. And, you got, all the churches and stuff. Bible Belt type stuff. Yeah, so it's all of that there. But, it's cool, man. Good upbringing. As far as that, though.
Yeah. For sure, but I can see that though, like them humble beginnings, you feel me? It's like they kind of shape who you are in a sense who you are today. And I can see it, man, you feel me? But again, man, you destined for greatness. So let me get right into it though. So you say that, we all know you as DJ Tony Davinci, right? That name, first and foremost, where did you get that name? Where did Davinci come from? I was curious about that myself. Where did you get that name from?
Man, look, if you look into it, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
Right?
The artist, the painter.
The artist, right? The painter.
The visionary.
He's multiple things, He was connoisseur in all sorts of life. So he's just kind of like, that's kind of what I take my background off of, because I've always dove into different things, Never truly, I can say, truly been a master or anything. But, I can handle my own.
Like creativity in a sense with the Da Vinci name. He's just a creative mastermind, you feel me?
Creator.
For sure.
That's what I do, man.
Limitless.
Yeah. Limitless. Ain't no there's no limit to what you can do, what you can when you put your mind to it. That's what I figured out.
Straight up.
I know, God blessed me with these, like, be able to work with my hands, and also He blessed me with my vision and my mind. So, I can see things that maybe nobody else can see. I can see it before it even happens, and I'm just like, I can see stuff in people. I can see stuff in you. I can see stuff in. Look, we just have a little conversation.
That's a good gift though. Would you say that's a gift or a talent? What would you say that classify that as?
That's a gift for sure. That's a gift for sure, because that's not every day that everybody has that. Some people don't know where they're going. Some people don't have that vision. So, it's important to be able to have a direction, you know what I mean? That's why, people have I feel like they run into people in their life, and if I could be that person, maybe to be like, hey, look, I think you got something in you, some potential or whatever. Yeah. Or people seen it in me and they be like, hey, I see something in you. I'm like, man, I know how that feels.
I always give the example, bro, because I remember when I first got into making music, right? And then I came into, Germany, where we were stationed together, right? So I remember when I first got into music making, and I wasn't really doing it big time, but then I met you, and man, everything changed. I went to the big stage. I've been shows, and we in there together, you feel me? So what would you say that talent is? Because you do bring the best out of people. What is that? Do you realize that you have that?
I just like to see people win, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I like to see people win. I ain't never been no hater. Like, if you winning, I'm rooting for you. Like, that's how I've been. Like, I've always, and I think that's how it should be. It should be. Should be within the community in general. Black community in general. We should be supporting each other. You don't never want to pull another man down. You don't never want to kick the man when he's down. Those especially two not your own brother. Yeah, especially not your own brother. So those two principles I kind of live by. It's just like I try to treat everybody the way I would want to be treated. It's just so simple, man.
That's the golden rule. You feel
it's me? The golden rule, and it ain't that hard to do. It ain't that hard to do, but I get it. There's the opposites, right?
And speaking of that, because I agree with you wholeheartedly, it's not that hard to do, you feel me? Why do you think people and brothers and sisters are in the state of commotion they in right now, you feel me? Where it's like the crab bucket, where they got to pull people down to get to the top. And if you don't know what the crab bucket is, look it up. Why do you think that is?
You know what? It's just the fact that people are going to be human, right? We're all human. We all have these emotions. I mean, a lot of the stuff, like, we talk about biblical times, it ain't nothing new under the sun. You understand? Like, right. All of this been happening since the beginning of the time. You understand? Like, so it's like, you got to understand people are going to be different. And whether that's good or bad, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the system. It's all part of the process.
Man, you jumping straight to it, boy.
It's all part of the process.
Let's get it there. Let's go there then. So that reminds me of something I wanted to discuss. You mentioned something about the brothers and sisters, right? So I want to get into black media. You feel me? What are your opinions about black media? And more specifically, brothers and sisters getting into the media world. Like, what do you think that we can bring that would help elevate each other? You feel me? Because we do have some inspirational people that we watch both, you feel me? And I give him a shout out. Give him 19 keys. He gonna give you the keys to the game.
Big facts. Big facts.
I'm gonna shout him out, you feel me? Because he's a great leader. He's doing something new in the community to where it's like, wow, like I see some inspiration. So where do you see black media going? And how do you view it in your eyes? And what can be improved?
I think with black media, we have to start really bringing back some morality with it, right? Just being able to have some standard, right?
Wow.
Be able to set the standard, right? And set the standard that you want to be able to live by. Like, you giving people game, people get on the internet, they do anything for the fame.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But you leading people down the path that really there ain't no end. Once you get into that, it's like, okay, well, we coming to you for whatever sensational stuff you want to do. And whether that be detrimental to you, people don't care anymore because they've got addicted to, or they got attached to, oh, this guy's gonna do something, or this woman's gonna say something crazy, and that's what they coming for.
Would you say that kind of relates to trauma?
Trauma?
Yeah. Would you say that kind of has something to do with it? Whether it be generational trauma?
I'm not sure, bro. A lot of people are addicted to, or we're attracted to the negative more than the positive.
Wow.
We're attracted to the negative more than the positive. It's like, okay, I'd rather hear you rap about guns and shooting the next man. Then rather hearing you saying, "Oh man, I helped my brother get his credit right." Like, come on, dog.
Straight
Like,
up though, for
man,
sure,
like,
bro.
spit your stuff, bro. Like, if you put it on the beat and it right, good music is good music.
Good music is good music,
You listen to the music back in the day,
Sure.
they'll be talking about the problems that they had during those days.
And you can take advice from them people though.
Take advice from them.
Relationships,
family, whether what they going through, whether somebody, artist cheating on they wife and they regret it. They gonna get out there and talk about it. They gonna sing about it. R&B, true R&B, or the rap game. They talk about their experiences, but they also talk about the come up where they're like, I ascended from being a drug dealer to now I'm a businessman. That type of feel. So
and that's a good take because there's a major difference between today's era versus the era then. And it not even just so far back. Let's just say 2010, 2000s era, the 90s and 2010s. It's an entirely different shift. What do you think is the biggest thing that has shifted from that era compared to the era we in today, specifically regarding the music industry?
Man, the degeneracy, bro, is just, it's so prevalent. Like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, we listen to twerk music, ratchet stuff during our time. But now it's like the only thing you can grab onto.
Right.
It's no like, let's have some fun music.
Family reunion music.
Sure. Let's all get together. Something I can play, everybody can listen to, or I can play without it having to be censored every five words. Man. You know what I mean? Like come on, like we had fun music. And you can still have fun music today, but a lot of the artists also, which I blame on the industry, is they push forward a lot of the degeneracy to the youth. And now you see where people don't have any standard. It's a lower standard.
And let me ask you another question on that specifically. Do you think that's intentional? Or do you think that's by design? People who actually run the labels, people who run the artists. You think that's by design, or do you think that's the individual's artist's choice? What do you think?
It's by design.
By design.
It's always been by design. Sure. And most of it's always been geared toward the black population.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about mind control over Debo. Hey, you control the mind, you control the way somebody think, you control where they move. It's like putting a rat in a maze.
That almost reminds me of real history, you feel me? Our forefathers, our ancestors, great-great-granddads and whatnot, great-great-great-granddads maybe, out in the field, you feel me? These men, big, strong, you feel me? They can take out anybody, a whole crowd if they wanted to, single-handedly. But they was under submission to something higher. Not higher, but you feel me? It's like a mental trap, not a physical trap. It's a mental trap. That's what it is.
Psychology.
That's
psychology, bro.
Psychology.
That's geared into our history and everything else. So you see it today to where, like, you don't see things as progressive as you might think it should be. You know what I mean? Like, there's progress on a certain level, but there's also deterioration on a certain level. Deterioration of the family, deterioration of people's mindset educationally, just how people think and carry about themselves, like especially the youth. Because that's always going to be the next generation. That's going to be the strongest thing is your youth. You can't change a lot of old folks' mind, you know what I mean? Like, you try to put them on game. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that nephew. Look,
let me put you on some game real quick,
until they have a life-changing experience, and then maybe they come to their senses. But end of the day, man, we ain't out here to, deal with no grown folk at the same time. It's just like, hey, man, all right, it's your choice. I did my spiel, you know what I mean? I gave you the speech.
For sure.
I set the seed out there. It's up for you to let it grow.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. You plant that seed, you feel me? In the youth. And not even just the youth, everybody, to be honest, you know? I want to ask you, do you think it's worth it in 2024 going into 2025 to even pursue music the way it's going? Or do you think it's better to just be an independent artist and bring your raw talent to the game?
I think music is Music is the center of who we are.
Mm.
So it's always to be pursued. It's always to be found. You talk about we talk about history. Talk about us working in slave. Talk about slave times. Obviously, there's times beyond slave times, which people don't really want to talk about
At all.
But
Straight
when we
up.
talk about us working in the fields, bro, we singing songs,
Laughing, joking, having fun still.
It might not be having fun,
Right,
but we gonna
fun.
make it. We gonna make it shape.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean?
You know,
Like
we gonna adapt to anything at the end of the day.
that gonna Hey, everybody, yeah.
That motherfucker dancing, boy.
I got my 4 barrels of hay. So
yes. About how much you got?
Hey, master, I got my 4 barrels of hay.
I know, but that's some real stuff though, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, we always adapt to whatever situation we put into, bro. It don't matter. We make the best out of what we get. You feel me?
Yeah.
Out of all the construction, all the dismantling within our community, at the core though, there is still something that keeps us. You feel me? Keeps us operating.
Strong spirit. We got strong
spirit. At the end of the day, strong spirit. You feel me? So with that, I want to say, Black media is definitely changing the game. How do you think it's impacting the youth?
I think it's giving the youth the opportunity to stand out and express themselves.
Yeah.
In a way that maybe before if you ain't had know the right people or had the right tools, ain't no way you could break through to anybody else.
Gatekeepers.
You had gatekeepers. Mm-hmm. You had to go to the radio station. You had to know somebody that, hey, let me get in on the TV show or something. I need to get on a news channel. I need to do something to get have your voice be heard.
Sure.
But now it's right here. Everybody got a phone. Everybody got a social media platform.
Yeah.
So now it's just up to you. It's like power's in your hand. It's like, yo, you can become what you want to become, right? Because the social media truly is only a window in time. It's only a window in time, bro.
Wow.
Like, you might think somebody, oh man, he out here in Belize, he out here somewhere else. Man, he probably would just stop and do the airport.
For sure,
you know what I mean? You don't know. You think he out here living life,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it could be something simple as that, where it's like, you get a perception of something based off of a 30-second clip or a 1-minute video. You know what I mean? So it's almost like you could be what you want to be. And where, like, you might not have the opportunity back in the day.
It's almost like you painting multiple realities. If I got a YouTube and I'm portraying myself as this person, as well as another social media platform portraying myself as this person, almost like I got multiple personalities. I'm everywhere all at once, the same way you are.
Hey, straight like that.
For sure.
Straight like that.
And that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, the craziest thing I've realized, the biggest thing that I realized, and I'm going to say this in the camera, the biggest thing that has happened in 2024, I don't care about, shout out to my boy Cat William, but that interview, I ain't talking about little stuff like that. I'm talking about the big shift. You feel me? There has been a shift in consciousness. And I don't know if everybody partook in that, but I know there are a select few who have. You feel me? And I want to speak to you about that. So what would you say in your personal experience, and how would you say the big shift has affected society?
The big shift is the truth is more prevalent than ever.
Facts.
You don't need to be spoon fed by let's say like
Media,
legacy type media or the news channels, because they're all being fed the same script. They on script. Everybody's like on script, bro.
They on script. That's
They on
crazy.
script. Yeah. It's like the WWE.
Boy,
You know
say
what I
that.
mean? It's like the WWE.
That's crazy. Them boys on script.
Look, they got handlers. There are a lot of people that got handlers.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if that don't tell you anything, bro, wake up. Them folks, bro, is literally script. Media is legitimately script. Scripts is bought, paid for. You feel me? People make scripts. Shit, ChatGPT can make a script.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but that's profound. I ain't never heard that before. You just
it's like that, bro. You gotta think about your, you know, why you think they got like PR? Hey, you gotta stay on script. Hey, this what it is. Like you know, for most reasons, like you might want to be versed in your P, you know, as far as on your P's and Q's.
For
you
sure,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to you getting the bag, getting the money, in the media space particularly. But when it comes down to it, you want to be as authentic as possible. And if you read somebody else's words, how we know that we getting the true version of you? You know, how can we connect with that? It's like you want to follow the real, you want to follow the fake. If you okay with the fake, it's like everybody talk about, oh man, you got on fake jewelry, but you got folks that's walking around with a fake personality. You know what I mean? Like
what?
Come on now.
Yo, this man is dropping dimes back to back, bro. Hold on, bro. Continue, bro. Go ahead, bro. That's crazy, bro.
That's just the facts, bro.
That's wow. But you right though, real talk, bro. That's really the reality of things, bro. People really walk around script, like you say earlier, NPCs. You feel me? Like that's just a phenomenal. I want to ask you something too. Speaking of the big shift, you feel me? It's like the thoughts that you have, you feel me? Because that's all that it really comes down to. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, who are you? And this right here shakes my reality up. Who are you at the end of the day? Are you the person who raises your arm? Or are you the thoughts in your head? You feel me? Who are you? And that's a rhetorical question. I want you to answer that for yourself. But the thing is what are the thoughts that you have about yourself? I want the people to know how to elevate their mentality, how to elevate their thinking. You feel me? What is the new way of thinking? Because again, there's always out with the old and in with the new. So there's a new way of thinking in the year 2024 and 2025 and forevermore. So what are some thoughts that people could think about themselves? And personally, what are thoughts that you think about yourself pertaining to the big shift?
I think it's just important to be able to truly like manifest what it is that you're looking to become. And if you speak these things, what you speak a lot of the times it gets wired in your brain. So you say something like, hey man, I'm a boss.
For sure.
You say that all the time. Hey, I'm a boss.
For sure.
You know, I get stuff done. I'm a king. Your mentality changes. It gets wired in your brain.
So
every day, like you feel like your chin starts lifting up a little bit higher. Higher. Right?
Posture starts changing.
Your posture starts changing. The way the way you talk starts changing. The way you walk starts changing. It's just important to be able to speak, because words are power.
Yeah.
Right?
The Bible say, what it say? Life and death is held in the power of your tongue.
It is.
Straight up. Life and death.
Like a double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword, for sure.
So at the end of the day, it's about speaking those things. And what I try to do, if I'm feeling like maybe I'm drifting, you know, sometimes you lose focus, you want to get back settled. You know, you gotta take some time to meditate, take some time to do some breathing, take some time to just really like sit in it and just be like, just be present. You know what I mean? Try to be present. And then, like I said, speaking those positive things. It's like, yo, I know I'm worth what this is. You know, for instance, I DJ. So somebody might come through, ask me like, hey, what's your price or whatever. And you know, I can give it to them. And they're like, all right, I'll get back with you. Now, obviously, if they're in some of the same circles, I might know I can get back around to it. They're like, well, why you?
Yeah.
I might hear something about Rumblers like, well, you charging too much? I'm like, what you
Charging
mean I'm
too
charging
much?
too much? I know
Man,
my,
come on, man.
you know what I mean? Like, I ain't crazy, bro. I know my value. At the end of the day, it's just like, I don't have to settle for less. Not when you know yourself. You don't gotta settle for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got not for $1, not for a holler. You understand?
For
like,
sure.
nah, you ain't gotta settle for nothing. But
my bad, go ahead.
Nah, just knowing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can stand on business at all times, and also, like I said, you can also bring forth a certain confidence that you can walk with every day. You know what I mean?
Man, your range is very wide. I'm trying to keep track of what, you feel me? So, which is a good thing. But I want to say this. I don't want to leave anybody behind. You feel me? So the first thing I want you to do is tell those people and relate this to yourself before the change compared to you after. That bridge that's in the middle, help people cross that. What would you tell people to think of themselves? Because I remember even for myself, personally, I was struggling to talk to myself in the mirror or struggling to say something about myself. And it's the easiest thing that you can do. But what would you tell people how they can start by doing that? Because I don't want to leave nobody out.
So I believe you should probably just start by within, man. You gotta start within. At the end of the day, like, I don't think nobody can give it to you. Like, you get there. You gotta want something to get something. You know what I mean? You gotta want something to get something. If you don't want nothing, you ain't gonna never get nothing. I could tell you all day how to get it, but if you don't want that, you ain't gonna get it. You lead the horse to the water, you can't make him drink. You gonna have to cross that line. You gonna have to cross that threshold
on your own.
You know what I mean? So it's about having that awareness. Have some self-awareness about where you at, about who you are. And then move forward, like in confidence. Like, like it's for the taking. The world is for the taking. The shift is for the taking.
For sure.
But you gotta want it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to change. If you tired of the same old way, getting the same old thing, ain't nothing gonna change unless you do. And it starts with you. Starts with me. I can't put it on nobody else, you know?
For sure. No, I definitely like that point, man, because in my own personal opinion, that's exactly what I had to do. I heard people say the same thing, and I never took that step. And when I did, you just got to step out there. I mean, you can't just be once you cross that line, it ain't no going back.
Hey, ready, set, go.
You feel me? Gone.
Hey.
Just run until you can't, you feel me? So
talk about it.
The thing is like, bro, now let's relate to the ones who have crossed that threshold. The thoughts about yourself. Let me ask you a direct question, all right? Let me be careful how I word this too.
Talk your talk.
For sure. Have to operate in wisdom.
Operate in wisdom.
For sure. So what I want to ask you is, I actually, I don't know where it's actually in the kitchen. I had just gave you that arts and craft. It had a Bible verse, sort of Psalms 82 and verse 6. If I'm correct, please. If I'm wrong, please correct me. You feel me? If I'm, you know what I'm saying? But Psalms 82 and 6, I believe that says, ye are God. Have I not said that ye are gods, and you are all children of the Most High? But you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. That's what it say. So let me ask you directly, what does that specifically mean to you? The Bible telling you that you are gods. Not the creator, big God, big G, you feel me? But
yeah,
his creation, you feel me? The same power and whatnot, you feel me? So what does that mean to you?
It means you have a responsibility to move like God, right? We talk about what would Jesus do.
Sure.
If you're a believer that Jesus was God
For sure.
in man's form, what makes you think that you aren't from the same cloth, right? Or you should act in a certain way, right? It's saying the same thing. Now it gives you some elevation in a sense, to where you aren't the peasant, you aren't the, like, yes, there's some submission on the big God.
For sure, my boy.
But understand that in the end, he wants us to be created
For sure.
in his likeness.
Likeness and image. That's crazy.
He wants us to be created in his likeness. At the end of the day, he wants us to come back within the fray, to become gods again, and roam the earth, heaven,
Have
right? Dominion over the earth, right? All of that. So it's like, I look at it like that. It's just like, that gives you a responsibility how you should carry yourself. Is basically it.
For sure.
Like, with great
Love that, man.
power comes great responsibility. And when you understand what power that you have, you move different. You move different. You don't move as carelessly. It's like, okay. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, yeah, guys. I'm like, nah, man. I can't be out here fumbling. No, I can't be out here moving any kind of way, moving and shaking. Like, I got responsibility, and God is watching. He's watching everything, right? And if you ain't moving within the line, then you gotta step back and submit yourself to God. You gotta submit yourself to God.
What advice would you give those who don't believe that there is a God, or those who have a out against God, who know God but they might have a out against him?
Some people, I believe, just personally, some people have maybe nothing against God himself, but they have a lot against the constructs of religion in general. People get caught up in religion, a lot, to where it kind of turns them off when they hear it, and they don't really have a full understanding of it. To be honest, you look at the Bible, it's a spiritual book, but it's a history book. Just like any other book like you read in school, you know what I mean? You could dive into this though. This book has stood the test of time in a way. For sure.
Yeah.
So
2,000 years.
If you looking at it, it's like, well, if it wasn't valuable, it wouldn't still be here. You understand me? Like, I don't think it'll be as profound or powerful if it had no value.
For sure.
So for some people that might not believe, it's like, well, you can watch so and so podcast, or you can believe in climate change and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That might be presented, but you might not necessarily. Let's say theories. You can believe in other theories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, we came from monkeys. You know what I mean? Like, all right, dog.
Crazy. Call it what it is, man. That's just crazy, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, but they're teaching in school, so they build up theory as if it's fact, but it's just a theory. Somebody's thought that maybe some people agree with, maybe some people don't.
Right.
But at the end of the day, for people that might be lacking some spiritual awareness, right? They might look, man, I'm just here to live life, and once I'm gone, that's it. And I'm just like, to be able to find that in your heart. Some people, I think us as a people, and generally, we have something about us that just resonates, because you talk about how we are. I mean, you travel the world. Black folks are probably the most forgiving people on the planet, bro.
Yeah.
We give a lot of people grace. We let a lot of people in, even when we are deceived and you know,
No, that's
persecuted, you know? Like, not the other way around. You go anywhere else. It's not like that necessarily. You know what I mean?
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but today's video is brought to you by a very special sponsor. The name of the sponsor of today's video is Parcel Dream. If you guys haven't heard of it, look it up. It's an all-in-one tool that allows you to get into real estate for little to no money at all. You can buy land, you can buy houses, you can buy any real estate parcel across the entire United States. And if you guys are interested in it, go over and check out Parcel Dream website. It's ParcelDream. Again, Parcel Dream. Check him out. Back to the video. All right, man, we back with it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the break. All right, let's get back into it, man. So, during the break, you mentioned a word called intellectual property. What is that, and what does that mean?
Boy, you might want to Google it.
Hey, look, for
you
sure.
might want to Google it.
Tell me something.
I ain't going to tell you no lie.
Yeah.
I ain't going to tell you no lie. Just understand that it's within the word. Like
I get the word for
itself,
sure.
Intellectual.
So the thing is, I can completely understand what the word means itself. But it's like, is there a definition for it?
There is a definition.
I was about to say, some things don't even need a definition.
I like keep it simple, you know, gotta break it down to second grade level, something like that, you know. We're gonna keep it simple. Property of the mind, right? Property of the mind. Whatever you come up with, right? You're able to manifest it, right? It's intellectual property. Idea, thought, creativity. Yeah, that's what it is.
Did you just make that word up? Intellectual property.
I ain't make that up.
Okay. I was about to say, bro, because that's an actual that's a very legitimate.
That's a legal term.
Legal term. Is it an actual legal term?
It's a legal term.
Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say, I understand what it means. I didn't know you just coming off the top of the dome with it, or you just actually heard the word. But
no, yeah. I know you sharp. You know.
Nah, I know what it is. I know what it is.
That's for the view, right?
You feel me? So there we go. All right, let's get to some more topics, right? Man, I gotta ask you now.
What you got?
You feel me? Because I'm a married man.
All right.
I need relationship advice at times. You feel me? So give me some relationship advice coming from where you at. Just give me something. Just give me something. Like, let me say. Matter of fact, I want to give you a specific question.
Hey, give me a topic. What you got?
When it comes to being married or even just dating, you feel me? How do you know that you got the right one?
Dang. Oh, man. How you know you got the right one, man? I feel like the right one, you got the right person in your life, and I feel like everybody is different, is if they meet your needs or they supplement where you might fall short, right? And if you're able to work together, you know, and actually get along, like, you don't want too much, like, toxicness. Yeah. If you're not in that toxic state, if you stay away from that.
And define toxicity, man, because I know a lot of people hear that word, but they might not actually know what it means.
Man, it's just toxic, bro. Like, drama.
Just a bad environment. You feel me?
You don't like peace? You know, no peace. None of that. It's just a constant battle.
Yeah.
With something. And that's, some people fall in love with that toxicity.
Oh, that's crazy right there, bro. When you fall in love with being a toxic relationship.
Fall in love with it.
There are people who actually do that
they
too.
like the rush. They think that's the thrill that they want to go for. They also probably don't know any better.
For sure.
Could be a trauma response. It could be that's
crazy.
what they grew up with. So that's what, you know, they think is normal.
Wow.
You know, but for the most part, two people coming together, they should be able to complement each other. Like, at the end of the day, should be able to complement each other and help pick each other up where they might fall short, or
sure.
At least be able to come to a same page agreement and move in line with each other, right? Because it's not one over the other, right? You can't assault one and then the other one is, you know, hey, I need $100, or I need you to go buy this for me, and the man is not being met, or vice versa, where the guy wants, to get some, and but then don't want to spend no time with his shorty, or whatever, like that's not gonna work. So you gotta be able to have that reciprocation. Gotta be able to have that.
I want to touch on women real quick, right? For the women, what do you feel like women, in your personal opinion, right? Not just from what you've seen in different relationships, you feel me? And if you want to use your own personal one, you can. But where do you feel like women could improve in relationships?
What you mean?
You feel me? Like as a help me, you feel me? Like where can they improve? You feel me? Like most women sometimes, I just answered my own question. So I guess we're gonna shift topics right
That's
here.
crazy.
You feel me?
That's crazy. You a genius, but you are a genius. You might be just talking out loud a little bit.
Hey, look, man, I'm just speaking.
Just
speaking. You feel me? We in that zone. So the thing is I feel like everything is. Listen to these words carefully.
All right.
You have to listen to these words carefully. Everything in a relationship. Everything. And I'm gonna say repeat it one more time. Everything. You feel me? Everything. Everything boils down to the man.
You think so?
I want to almost say I know so.
You knew so.
I almost want to say I know so. Not knew or think. I know so.
You're not so.
Not so. You feel me? Because the thing is, and I'm gonna give you my take on that. And please combat me if you feel it necessary. Everything boils down to the man. The reason why I say that is because, first and foremost, let's just do the scales, right? You got masculinity, you got femininity, right? If a man is not being masculine, the woman is gonna try to take over that role. You feel me? And if a man is being masculine, it's gonna allow his woman to become more feminine. You feel me? And that's what every guy wants: a feminine woman, a good representation of themselves. As far as I think, you feel me? That's what I want, and a couple other guys I know. But it really boils down to the man. It's like if your attitude out of line, guess what's gonna happen? Your whole family about to be out of line. Your whole relationship about to be out of line. Your shawty, like everything's just gonna go to chaos. If you ever peep this, which it does happen from time to time, not to take anything away from females at all, because they play a major role. But if you haven't noticed, if you're ever in a bad mood, if you go home with a bad mood, does that get better or worse? And blessed be you if it gets better, you feel me? If you go home to your girl and she make you feel better, but
I can't get out the car. I got 10 minutes.
You feel me? Even that, like you just said, even that, you sitting in the car for the extra 10, 20, 15, 30 minutes, something going on there, you feel me? Like sometimes you got to recoup, you feel me? And I give you that because I used to do the same thing. But it comes down to a point in time, and the realistic answer to this whole thing is, as a man, you have to take responsibility for everything. And the more responsibility you take, the greater you're going to be, straight up. Because if you start taking responsibility for your girl being mad, or of course you can't say, okay, her emotions, but try to find places to take responsibility, and your life going to change dramatically, straight up. So that's where I come from, and that's what I actually learned. That's what I'm learning. And please teach me something, because I know you got a lot of wisdom.
That's how you answer your question with the you feel like the man has to take.
Because I was about to say the women, they got to do this and that, and they got to be better at this and this and the third, whatnot. But at the end of the day, it go back to you as a person. And it can go vice versa for female and male. But think about this last example. If your woman ain't giving you play, all right? I know a lot of men who go through this. Their woman don't give them no play at all. You get mad about that.
God tell me.
Hey, look. You get mad about a woman not giving you play when you should just be like, shit, I'm all over the place right now, boy, because I could talk about semen retention and how that make you become more powerful. You feel me? I could talk about you being in control of your own emotions. Yeah. A woman can't control your emotions if she ain't giving you play. Nigga, be a man. Tell shit, I don't need that shit anyway. I'm about to go do some work. Nigga, I'm about to work on my craft. I'm about to go grind, hustle, and get some money and do all the things I want to do. I'm a separate. You feel me? At the end of the day, it come down to the individual, and I just want to say that.
I got you.
So elaborate on that.
Look. All right. Check it out, bro.
Elaborate on that, my
Nah,
bro.
just check it out. Hey, look. On one end, all right, depends on the woman that you got.
For sure.
All right.
So
You can't really generalize a lot of stuff. Depends on the type of woman that you got as a man. What role they can fill, right? And how they can fill that role in your life. But you gotta be on point as well. You gotta have your P's and Q's in order. You gotta be sharp. Because you have that responsibility as a man.
yeah.
At the end of the day, the woman's gonna look at you. They want you to lead. At the end of the day, naturally, I think just naturally, they will want the man to lead. If they didn't have to lift the finger, they probably be like, "Okay, this is good. I'm good. Good life, chilling.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Hey,
you know, I got a
big queen. You feel me?
Big fast.
Yeah.
So, I had a thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned semen retention. You mentioned building up, like, you know, going to work.
Elaborate on that too, real quick. Elaborate on both of them. I know I skipped over, but elaborate on that semen retention.
I think a lot of it just come down to building up testosterone, right? Discipline. You gotta build up discipline.
Yep.
Undisciplined man is a man almost like you say, you know, like you say the a failure to plan is a plan to fail.
For sure.
It could be the same thing with discipline, right? Without that discipline, you're not gonna accomplish your goal necessarily how you want to accomplish it. Definitely not how you want to accomplish it. You know what I mean? You might get by, but you ain't gonna really see the full. You're not gonna see the full result of what it could be. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to that, I think as a man, you just got to be able to really be responsible. You got to stand on business when it comes to taking care of what you need to take care of. You can't go around chasing no tail. No, you can't, because you got to understand, once you get, that should actually fuel you. Like you said, it's like, all right, you ain't give me no play. All right, bet. I'm gonna go get to work. Because at the end of the day, women gonna be attracted to that motion. At the end of the day, they're gonna be attracted to that motion. And when they see other people start to notice that motion, that's gonna make them even attracted more.
For you know? Boy. Then that's when the women coming and going. You fighting them off at that point.
Fighting them off at that point. It's just like, hey, look, I'm working. I got things I need to do. I got things I need to accomplish.
Yeah.
That's my focus. But don't be mad when the flock come. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that could be said for both ways. When you can't be neglecting your woman. She's doing what she gotta do. When she start moving different, don't get mad. And niggas start noticing, because, you know what I mean, like, oh, you know, my dad told me, it's like, hey, you can tell when a woman's being taken care of, because, hey, if she riding around in a dirty car, you know, them rats ain't coming out to play in no clean house.
No, for sure.
They going to the dirty ones, like, oh, okay, somebody, roaches start popping out. They like, oh, something. Okay, somebody slacking over there.
Y'all better peep that.
Somebody slacking over there. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Who called this? Your car?
That's crazy.
Shoot, you know what I mean? I could have watched this yesterday.
You feel me?
Yeah, or whatever. Like, it could be anyway. Those guys is gonna be willing to feel a need, slide in. You can't allow that opportunity. So you gotta be sharp too. As a man, you gotta be sharp.
For sure. On point all times. You feel me? And that's the thing I feel about men. It's like society is so jacked up right now because men not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. It's like, man, if you take responsibility and you understand that you are great, you can be great, you feel me? Especially, you feel me, brothers and sisters, is like, because this is what all that I know. You feel me? I feel like everybody can be at the end of the day. But from what I know is, man, you gotta, bro, the power that God created, man, straight up, just say it as a whole. God created man. When he created man, he breathed his own breath into that man. And a lot of people don't understand the power that it. If the person who created the universe, the earth, the moon, the stars, fire, water, trees, food, umbilical cords, cells, molecules, if that individual breathe his breath into your body, you got some of his power. Like,
that's some DNA.
DNA, bro, straight up. Without that, bro, we would be dead. You feel me? Like, the man was dead when he made him in the garden. You feel me? He wasn't dead, but he was being formed.
Clay, bro.
Clay, straight up, man.
Straight
Looking like clay. Looking, if you popped in that scene when he was creating the man, you would have said, "Oh man, it's a dead man laying on the ground.
Dead body.
You would look, it's a dead body."
Hey, y'all want to see a dead body?
Straight up, I see dead people. Hey, no, we ain't trying to get no copyright. You feel me, Kendrick?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. But real talk though, you feel me? If you were in that moment, you would have seen the body laying there, and then as soon as he breathed his breath into that man, it got up. Oh, what the hell? Where am I? You feel me? So it's like, at the end of the day, we got that in us, all of us, to be honest. But when you actually tap into that, and it goes back to what you said, when you gotta tap inward. You feel me? When you tap into that, boy, then you start to really, really, truly realize who God is.
Facts. And you find out that God is us.
You feel me? Straight up. Talk about it, my boy. Talk about it.
God is us.
It say that, bro.
That's what it is. You gotta think about it too, man. Because whatever's within all of us, it comes out eventually. Like it manifests.
They say, as above, so below. As within, so without.
Inward, out. Whatever. I don't care what it is. Like, you might be holding something in, but we can see in your face, like, oh, he got some pain. You can see it in your eyes. You don't want to smile. Oh, he not joyful. He holding on to something. You can see somebody's face, like, oh, they're scared. It's going to show. It's hard to hide for something that's within for so long.
For sure.
Like, so people can't get good at it.
Speaking of that, tell them folks where they can follow you at. Where can they see you? Where can they follow you on all your social media?
You trying to get me off of here, bro?
No, we gonna keep going after this. You feel me? I just want to get that out the way.
Oh, okay, bet. Hey, look, at Tony Davinci _, Instagram. Hopefully you give it down, cause I do. And go look me up, man. So, that's my main handle. So
stay up
that's
to
what
date,
I do.
you feel me? Stay up to date with this man, bro. He gonna put you on some game. He gonna put you on some knowledge, you feel me? And the thing is you need to change your surroundings. You need to change the people you hang with. You need to change the people you follow with. So follow this man on his social media platform.
Follow Stuck Up Athlete.
Feel me? For sure. Hey, matter of fact,
that's Stuck Up Athlete.
You want to unveil that real quick?
What we talking about?
Come on now, hold that, boy. That's a masterpiece right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a masterpiece.
My man got it folded up, looking real nice.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Show them folks live in action, bro.
Hey, this my brand, Stuck Up Athlete.
SUA.
SUA, way of life, you know how I did? It's the SUA way.
And that's what, as I said in the introduction, this man is going to unveil the revolutionary brand that's redefining athletic wear in general, the world of fitness, you feel me? So that there, watch out for.
We getting into it, man. I only been a year with this, and I'm kind of like learning the ropes with it, you know what I mean? But I'm taking my time with it, so I ain't really dropped nothing. We in creation stages still. Just try to get the right designs, want the right themes, and hopefully drop a collection. 2025.
Ooh.
But it's
crazy.
It's just something trying to scratch the surface. Put some things out there, but ultimately it's just a Stuck Up Athlete is just a brand that for motivation. It's for helping you get to a level and stay there, right? And try to raise the standard for yourself. Like, Hey man, we ain't falling back to where we used to be. Once
Come
we
on
get to
now,
where
boy.
we
Speak on
going,
that, boy.
we not going back. Put
For
it like
sure.
that. Hey, straight like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we only trying to elevate
For sure.
in this game. So that's why I say stuck up athlete. That's why I came up with the name. So it kind of a play on just elevating yourself and staying there. Most people might look at us like, oh yeah, you too bougie. I like that. It might catch your attention like stuck up athlete. He think he too good. Yeah. I ain't too good. I'm just better than I was yesterday.
You feel me, bro? Tell them folk, bro. Speak on that, bro. Tell them folk, bro. Like how you get that mentality, bro?
Just better than I trying to be better than I was yesterday.
Come on now.
Not go back to the old. You know what I mean? So like
that's crazy, bro.
Like that's the play on the whole brand with that. And I always wanted to have like some type of brand.
Yeah.
Or whether it was fitness or just clothing in general, because I've always had the ideas, like you said, like I told you before, man. I'm just like a connoisseur, bro. I'm a renaissance man in a sense to where I do a lot of things. I mean, we spoke on DJing, artists making music, videography.
You feel me? Clothing brand, a designer.
Hey,
like come on, bro. Like, what individual is doing so many? Actually, I can name one.
Who you got?
Elon Musk. At my last interview, if you guys haven't checked it out, look down in the link below. It's going to be there. But my last interview, Emmanuel, he spoke on Elon Musk. This man has, I want to say around, I'm going to just say 10 plus kids. Sending rockets to the moon. This man is building cars, AI, robots, Neuralink. How can one man possibly, everybody has 24 hours, as we all know, you feel me?
Yeah.
But how can one man possibly, and this goes back to you, how can one man have so many things that they're doing and be in so many places at one time? I don't think many people can fathom that, but how? And what does that look like? And how do you even remain peaceful with that many responsibilities?
Money. We talk about
get that bread.
Got money, get that bread.
Shut up.
The man got money, man. What you mean? PJ, that's nothing. Like, you can have different ventures when you get your bread up. You can move different when your bread is up. You can outsource. Hey, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room all the time. You can pay somebody that's smarter than you to get it done.
Wow.
Pay somebody. It's like, hey man, hey man. Back in high school, remember you was about, hey bro, hey, what you doing your homework?
For sure.
Hey, let me copy that real quick. Yeah. I got you or something like that. And guess what? You still getting the same grade he got. Same work.
Sure.
At the end of the day, it's outsourced. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And speak on outsourcing, and more specifically outsourcing. Speak on how revolutionary AI is.
Outsourcing is important when you value your time.
Facts, my boy. Show. Hey, say that one more time, bro.
Outsourcing is important when you value your time or you don't have time to lose. And most of us don't got time to lose, right?
Sure.
Everybody could use a little bit more time to themselves or doing things that they want to do. Like, if I could put out my task and be like, hey man, I need somebody like to clean the house. Me and the wife, hey, look, I need somebody get a maid. They clean the house, they cook. I can just come home, eat a meal, like, can you go shopping? All right, cool, whatever.
Shopping.
Like, yo, you know how much time you'll have in a day? You don't gotta do nothing. But money, bro.
That's crazy. Free up your.
But the outsourcing comes down to really, like I said, just valuing your time.
Yeah.
Like, and understand, like, said this before, say it again. You can't get too far by yourself. Better together. You'll get somewhere, but you'll get farther together. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. You want to go far, go together.
Ooh, boy, that's deep. You know what? Now, that's deep. If you want to go far, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. That's a profound statement, bro. I love that. And I want to ask you though, kind of backtrack to the last question I said. Now, mention how AI is changing the game. For example, with automation.
Oh yeah, you did say AI. Well, AI is helping out a lot more. So you a lot. Hey, look,
you ain't got that much money. You feel me?
You might not got that much money, and you might not got that much sense, but you got AI to get you over the fence.
For sure.
Hey, I'm talking in rhymes over here.
For sure.
Might be get the hooping and hollering now.
Nah, you do it,
but hey, man, look, that's just the facts though. Like AI is revolutionary in a way to where AI is gonna be taking some jobs, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about being able to utilize that now to be able to profit off of it right now. In a sense, before why it's still fairly early. Cause eventually, man, people gonna be so far ahead of the game that you're gonna be damn.
Get into it.
I just lost that on this industry.
Man, I could have been so late, boy. It ain't gonna be another 100 years before that thing. Man,
I'm telling you, hey, look, you behind the curve.
Man, you know what? And this might sound like a random question, but I'm just genuinely curious because I got out the Air Force not too long ago. In the military, right? With AI, do you see AI having its hands in any department of the military? Do you think it could replace certain things in there or no?
It's absolutely going to replace a lot of things.
How is that? And what would you say it will replace? If you want to talk about it, you feel me? Because I understand things, but
I haven't seen. I ain't gonna say I've done a lot of research on it, but if I wanted to use AI, you already have a lot of drones, right?
In
the sense of that, you want to have AI pilots, right? Wow. You got an AI computer on board, ChatGPT. Hey, what's the nearest target to your AOR?
Give them the coordinates, 34 dot, bing, 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 boom.
I need you to lock on. I need you to I need to circle back around. We got we got some friendlies on the fire. And then you get that. All right, Jarvis. You know what I mean? Like Iron Man, you know what I mean? Yeah, say Siri. Sure. Like, imagine that. And then on top of that, it's not even even the pilot in it. It's crazy. Like some, like when they flying around, they'll have some like hologram type looking pilot in there.
A zero casualty rate.
That's it's gonna look like a movie out here.
That's crazy, boy. I really can see that. So I do see that AI could take over eventually, you feel me? And that's very realistic. I don't know how soon it would be, but that's very realistic.
Maybe not this soon.
Yeah.
But it's you gotta think about like all the technology that comes out, it's already been out years beyond, right? It's already been or in development years before we even, get hold of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bro, they knew about all these robots that, you talking about Elon Musk got.
Sure.
Like, bro, trust me, they've been working on this stuff since iRobot came out. They've been working on AI since iRobot came out. Like they have a whole movie department funded by in the Pentagon.
What?
Yes, they have a whole movie department funded in the Pentagon. So when you see these certain movies come out
in the Pentagon, they got
a movie department. Crazy. Everybody got to get in media.
You know what? That's crazy. I'm just thought about that too because when I was stationed in Andrews, around the certain areas, they did have a press team that went everywhere with them, which is essentially a media team. I'm like, what's so important about having a media team? But now we got it. Painting the picture.
You got to control the narrative.
Controlling the narrative. It's
right?
Crazy.
You talk about Transformers, you don't think they just get them jets in there just they go hit up a base commander. They ain't hitting up base commander, they hitting up Pentagon movie section. Hey, we need some fighter jets. We need,
Yeah.
We need to show force, show some Air Force.
Yeah.
Some
power
essentially, right? Yeah. So it's kinda like, okay.
Yeah. The world's strongest, you feel me?
The world's strongest at that, right?
So man, that's amazing, man. I guess we can slide over because I understand with military there are some things that people can talk about, people can't touch on, so I ain't gonna push the envelope. But I do want to talk about your creativity, man. It's like you do music, you're a DJ, you're an artist, you're a designer, you're a husband, you feel me? You're a promoter. And I can go on and on. I ain't gonna keep going, but I will say this. Matter of fact, when you're creating, how do you tap into that zone of creativity? Especially when you're dealing with multiple crafts. How do you do that?
Well, hey man, it might not be official, but ADHD is a superpower. ADHD is a superpower, man.
You heard it first.
Might not be a prognosis from the doc.
For sure.
I tell you what, look.
That's crazy.
At the end of the day, I've always kind of been like a person that can be able to bounce around. Like for instance, back in high school, I never truly just hung with one group of people. I was able to bounce around. I could hang with the nerds. They want to talk about Batman, Superman, Goku,
yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Naruto. We over there chopping it up. I go over there to the tables where they rapping at. We doing beats. I'm over there rapping and freestyling. I go with the cool kids and kick it with them was good. Like, chill. All right, that's what's up. I hang with the folks that nobody even want to hang with. You know what I mean? I go talk to them. So it's like I've always been able to be dynamic in that sense. And even when it comes to like creativity, just creativity in general, I've always had multiple interests. So that's why I first kind of like figured out, it's like, yo, I got multiple interests. I don't have to be stuck in the lane.
And that brings me to a perfect point because I always wanted this, even for myself at times, People think that's fake. You know that? You understand? People would think that's being fake. Oh, you being this person, you're not just the person that's fakeness, right? But realistically, again, there's something, we're in an entirely new mindscape. You feel me? So it's like, that now, and do you agree with it? Do you agree with this statement? If you don't, elaborate on it. And if you do, still elaborate on it. But that now is what people should be seeking after. Being multidimensional. The same thing that you are. You feel me? It's like when you're able to tap into music, you're able to tap into being a DJ, you're able to tap into being a husband, you're able to tap into being a producer, a videographer. Like, you essentially have to put on different masks. And it's not even really a mask because you're still you at the end of the day. You have to be able to be multi-capable. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like, I want you to describe that. And do you think that that's a facade? How people say, oh man, that boy faking, bro. He was this when I knew him as this, but now he looking like this. So do you think that's a facade? And what's your viewpoint on that? Because I know a lot of people think that that's fake.
It ain't fake. It ain't fake. Sometimes you can fake it till you make it.
Sure.
And that's fine. But I think more so, man, it's about, hey, be free to be you at the end of the day.
Right.
What do you think? Like, you like, what, you only like one flavor ice cream?
No, like them all.
Okay, you got a couple more flavors you like, right? We're not like one-dimensional people. Maybe some people are, they stuck, like, I don't say stuck, but maybe some people do just know, like, hey man, I like to just draw. That's what I like to do. And that's my thing. But that's about knowing who you are, right? And that's about being free enough to be able to be you and not have anybody come and try to run over you to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's forcing me to do it, to be all these things or to relate to these things. Cause it's like, this is stuff I actually do. You might not know it. You know what I mean? Like, if you knew me, then you'd be like, oh yeah, he does watch this.
Yep.
Oh yeah, or he is into this music. Like, or he, like these different different, I like different genres of music when it comes to, even like, if we talking about just music, like, I don't, like, as a DJ, you might have some part, I just do rap, R&B, old school, oldie, straight like that, bro. I rock,
country,
pop, country. I would mix it all, bro. Like Latin, You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
I'm into it, bro. Like, I'm not like one dimensional. I'm more of a eclectic type of person. You know what I mean? Like a lot of different flavors when it comes to how I live my lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get stuck in the pocket. I can't be stuck in the pocket. And for people that might deem that fake, I feel like maybe that's not their stilo. That might not be their stilo. So at the end of the day, it don't have to be.
Sure.
You just gotta be free enough, like I said. Just worry about being you, man. Don't worry about nobody. Like, they not like us.
Yeah. For sure, real talk though. And the thing is I love how you said that we are not. Oh no. You said we are not one-dimensional people. We are 3D people. You feel me? And you can be in multiple dimensions at once. And it related to the common person, right? It's like this person goes to work and they talk to their boss. They're a completely different person than when they talk to their brother, sister, or boyfriend, or girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then when they get home, they got to deal with their family. You feel me? And then they're a different person when they're dealing with their family as compared to when they scrolling on social media or they looking on computer or they listening to music, doing something on their personal time. 3 different people right there. So it's not fake. It's just being able to transcend different, I don't even want to say facades, but different realities, you know? It's like my reality now is I'm doing this interview with you. And we talking just like we would talk. If I was talking to a Pablo Escobar, you feel me? I'm on step different.
Right. You go into check it out. You go into a interview. You gonna step different. You trying to get that job. You ain't about to go in there. Hey, what up, dog? Nah. Hey, what's good? Hey, what's good, big homie? Hey, appreciate you. Hey, have me out here, dog.
Bet you won't be
hey, yeah. I'm like, hey, man. Hey, I'm ready for this job, big home. Like, nah, you go in there
and play the game how the game go.
Play the game how the game go. You need that job, right? You want that, or you want that job, right? You gonna go in there and be like, hello, my name is Anthony Miller.
For sure.
It's good to meet you. All right. So what brings you here? Da 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 da. I'm like, look, I'm probably your best candidate today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to transcend. Like, man, come on, man. You gotta understand. You gotta recognize the situation, and you gotta move in that way. Like, that just that come with like that's that wisdom we talking about.
Yep.
Like, you gotta move a certain way in certain areas. When in Rome, you do what the Romans do. You going there doing what you want to do. Everybody gonna be looking at you and like, who this dude think he is?
Sure, yeah.
You might get stoned. You might get stomped on. I mean, obviously, you can stay true to who you are. You know, there's nothing wrong with staying true to who you are. If that ain't your stilo, that's fine. But you also gotta understand, like, it's like going in somebody's house. You're not gonna do the same thing that you do at your house in my house.
Facts, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's about having that respect. It's more of a respect thing. You can still stand on who you are and be respectful to what they might have going on. To respect the persons and respect the cultures, you know?
And the thing is, it's very true because you have to have respect in order to go to different people, different places, and see different things and maneuver within that. So you have to play the game how the game go. And also, a lot of people don't know who they are. You feel me? Because you earlier you mentioned in the same sentence, you said you have to kind of know who you are and be authentic to yourself. So it's like a lot of people don't know who they are though. So how can you help? What can help those people to find out, realize who they are?
Better go try some stuff.
Try some stuff.
You better go try some.
That's all you can do. That's serious.
That's really it. Like what you scared of at this point.
No.
You're like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I do. Well, go do it. Just go do something.
You know, if anything, it's scarier to me to know that I didn't try and did the same thing everybody else did. I woke up, went to school, went to college, got a job, retired, 20. I ain't gonna say no number.
20,
but you feel me?
2020.
You feel me? And so forth. And some years later, you pass away. And you ain't tried nothing.
You ain't
tried nothing, bro. You good at singing. You good at talking. You good at asking questions.
Hey, check it out. Man. You went with the script.
And you went with the script. You feel me?
You went with the script.
Ooh. Hey, man. Hold on.
Hey, look, bro.
Me right
Hey,
now,
no,
bro.
let's talk about. Like, look, we transcending a lot of places,
crazy,
but like
bro.
you talk about the script. You talking about the script.
Yeah.
You gotta think about how the government got it scripted. All together, right? All together. When you go to school, what people do, they ask you like, what do you want to be when you grow up, right?
Yeah.
Elementary, right? It's like elementary school. You ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Cool. Get to middle school. What they talk about in middle school? They probably telling you like, okay, you probably finding your way.
Yeah.
You probably finding your way. You learn a little bit more about a life as far as going into high school, preparing you, like that transition. Like, oh yeah, you're learning about your body. You know, you go through puberty, all this other stuff. Get to high school. Hey, what college y'all going to? Y'all should be getting prepped for that. You know what I mean? Like they already setting you up for a path, which is cool. But ain't nobody really asking you like, what do you want to be anymore?
It's a terrible script, bro. It's not even cool to me, bro.
Ain't nobody asking you what you want to be no more.
Yeah.
Cause the ones that don't go to college, what they got? Y'all ain't asking them like, hey, we know a job right here that you can get lined up as soon as you get out of high school. They ain't doing that. They ain't no there's no internships like you got when you go to college. There ain't nothing like that. It's like, all right, you graduate, here your diploma.
That's it.
Have a good life.
Exactly.
So it's like, dang, all right, I bet I got this is gonna be like the figure it out road.
Yeah.
Or this is the road we path for you.
Yeah.
This is the path we paid for you. So this is what you need to do. And it's just like, all right, bet, go to college.
Yeah.
I done blew about 50,000, 80,000.
Shit, $300,000 in student loan debt.
Student loans.
Come on now.
Now I'm looking for a job.
And you gotta pay them student loan debts off.
I gotta pay them. I already owe somebody. I ain't made it out of dime yet.
I ain't even got a job yet.
I ain't got a job yet.
It's a trap, bro.
You paint the script. Now we just stick to it. It's like, all right, cool. Obviously, we need doctors. I think doctors should go to school.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you know, you talking about anatomy and take care of the body. But there's so many other jobs where it don't pertain to like I need to be in here for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I need to be learning about Jack and Jill went up a hill. Like I don't care about none of that. Like I'm trying to get to the money.
Yeah.
Like teach me something like, oh, okay, finance, cool.
They would never teach nobody that though.
I just want to learn about finance. I just want to learn about this particular job. Like give somebody some options.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to say, this is what you need to hone in on. Why waste 4 years? Why waste 4 years worrying about numbers that, you know, like arithmetic? Bro, I ain't worried about arithmetic. I just need to know how to measure. If I'm doing construction, I need to know how to measure, divide, and you know, certain things that apply to the job. I don't need to know, like, you know, certain things.
Farming, you feel me? You don't need to know arithmetic. You don't need to know calculus for farming. Like, everybody,
like for real.
One shoe don't fit all. So they saying everybody
one shoe don't fit all, bro.
So everybody go through the whole same script.
Same script. For what?
Crazy, bro. It's the worst script ever, bro. I think they say it was in school, and this is my opinion, you feel me? So I need to really fact check this. I want y'all to fact check me too. But I think it was the Rockefellers, you feel me? I know they did something with the industrial age in the industry or whatever. But I think they did something with the school system too, to where they made it mandatory for people to start going to school. And they said the fact that they don't want, well, not they, but that individual didn't want people to be thinkers. He wanted people to be workers. And when you start thinking, that's a powerful state to be in, because then you start creating things out of nowhere. When you're working, you're just producing things with your tangible hand. Yeah. It's like if you're thinking about something, it comes from nowhere, and it's authentic and original. As compared to this, it's like, okay, well, somebody done this before. So
that's what happened. No, you gotta think when you ain't got a script. You gotta make that. You gotta come up with something. You gotta think. You gotta think on your feet at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta think on your feet. There's no. Oh yeah, this is what you do. You'll just You'll do your 4 years, you get your degree. We'll make sure you get a job afterwards. Like, I don't need you to hold my hand. Like, I especially when it comes down to when you know you have skills, right?
Yeah.
When you have certain skills and abilities, like, you don't really truly need to go through these type systems. You might need training. You might need some type of vocational training or something like that. You needed to be focused though.
You know what? You just reminded me of something. Speaking of that, that's very, very, very true, and I hold that very passionately because as a person, right, you live in this life. You're not working. You go through life and do all these things, but you don't work on yourself. You feel me? The more you work on yourself, the more valuable you become, and the more valuable people perceive you to be, and the more people pay you based off the value that you are. People think, oh, well, valuable means e-commerce, drop shipping. It don't mean none of that, bro. Just be a human. Learn how to talk. Learn how to use communication. You feel me? Learn how to connect with people. Like, that's how you become valuable, bro. At the end of the day, nothing will replace that. So for all those who are curious and confused about who they are and what they want to do, work on yourself, man. Start on yourself. You feel me? At the end of the day. So I love what you said about that, man. And vocational things, like work on yourself at the end of the day.
Work on yourself, man. Whatever your strengths are too.
Yeah.
Right? Utilize that. Don't go into something because of the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of people get caught up too. They chasing the bag. They chasing the cat.
For sure.
You can't be chasing nothing. You should be chasing anything in life. You should be attracting everything.
Say that again, bro.
You should be chasing anything in life. You should be attracting everything.
Attraction, bro. How powerful is that? And how do you attract, bro? Where does that attraction come from?
Become magnetic. Cause people see the light that's within you. When you start shining, when you start pouring into yourself, that inner, I'm telling you, it's gonna show outward. Right? It always shows outward. Mentioned it earlier. Like whatever's in, it's gonna show. If you angry on the inside, it's gonna show on your face.
Yep.
If you out here getting it, like, yo, you looking good, your skin glowing, like, bro, you take care of yourself, bro. Like, I ain't seen you in a minute, but bro, hey, bro, you do your thing. People gonna start noticing.
Yeah.
They don't have no choice.
For sure.
Cause you're attracting them, it's just like the sweet nectar of a flower, right?
Attraction, boy.
Attracting the butterflies, the bees. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, like,
wow.
When you start blossoming, you start flexing out here. Everybody, hey, dog, hey, man, I see you got some more. Hey, start hitting you up, your phone ringing. All of a sudden, for people you ain't even heard from, they like, hey, dog, hey, man, I heard you got this, da 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 da. I'm trying to see if I can,
That attraction, boy.
That attraction, bro.
Crazy.
It go crazy, bro.
Man, I love that, but I never thought about attraction in that way. I've seen it in my own way, but the lilies blossom, bloom, whatever the flower they
bloom, bro.
Don't ask for nobody to come and attract everything.
Attract everything.
That's crazy.
Passion.
That's powerful, man. I love that.
Hey, man. Hey, so, you got it.
I love that, bro.
You got it.
I want to ask you one more question, where I want to kind of wrap it up here soon. You feel me? But let me ask you about sacrifices, right? I'm not talking about no Hollywood Illuminati sacrifices.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that. We out that.
That's 2018 and back. You feel me? We in 2025. You feel me? You feel me? Like, so I want to ask you about your sacrifices, man. Like, what decisions have you had to make to sacrifice, or even just put off? Right? What decisions have you had to make to pursue your dreams?
What decisions? What sacrifices?
Yeah, what sacrifices? Yeah, what sacrifices have you had to make to get to where you're at now, to pursue your dreams, where you want to be?
For me, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice being a person that maybe you want to I'm the type of person that like to stay out the way,
Mm.
but then I have to be available. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I have to be available to people. So for me, it's like, man, look, if I could do anything, like as far as DJing, music, I could do what I do. Go home, disappear, boom. Like I'm cool.
Yeah.
You gotta be available. People need to be able to reach you.
Yeah.
In a certain extent. So I kind of sacrifice some of my sacrifice when it comes to being like, I guess, introverted in a way. I can have extroverted moments, but mostly I like to be able to stay to myself.
Wow.
So it's like being out there. Sometimes you can have this, like around people, you can have this type of anxiety being within the crowd. You know what I mean? Having to talk to people about certain things or maneuver a certain way. Sometimes that you feel the pressure. Pressure is what make the diamonds though.
For sure.
So it's hard. You really can't run from. You can't hide from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really can't hide from it.
It almost goes back to what you said about having that equal and opposite. You know, it's about when you essentially become great in something, you have to have someone exactly opposite of you that you essentially attracting. So then you start attracting haters. So it kind of goes back to that, doesn't it?
In a way, I guess with me being the opposite, I say opposite of an extrovert. You know, especially with people I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. It's like, dang, I'm doing this with people I don't know. Oh, you know, you have this like imposter syndrome sometimes. I definitely had that. I suffered from that. Yeah. Where it's like, man, they ain't studying me. Like I ain't important. I'm gonna just, do my gig and, bounce. But then you got people wanting to talk and do things maybe afterwards. Like, hey, network, connect. I'm just like, oh, I gotta be mindful of that. Like I can't just ignore these people that may need a service or they may want to be a service to me. For sure. So you can't block your blessings like that. So you got to be able to take your time and be present. Wow. Be present in the moment. So sometimes I have to sacrifice, I guess, that part of myself or my personal my personal ills when it comes to certain things like that, being in a crowd. And then also, like, you might have to sacrifice time with family sometimes. You know what I mean? Because that means you gotta be more focused on, like, yo, I might be preparing music or I might be working on the video. So then you got less time with the wife. She's like, yo, like, what's going on? So you gotta find time then to, to make up for it and different things like that. For sure. So, but ultimately it just comes down to like really trying to achieve a balance. Wow. You gotta be able to try to achieve a balance when it comes to that.
Even with that sacrificing, man, it kind of reminded me of earlier in the conversation when we talked about having to be the best person you can, challenging yourself and pushing yourself as an individual. You might be introverted, but then it comes time when you like not even realizing that you have to be an extrovert in this present moment to talk and network to everybody else. Well, you might not want to do that, but it's pushing you and it's making you become a better person every single day.
It's facts. That you gotta be that multi-dimensional. You know what I mean? Man. Sometimes and that's sometimes where you gotta fake it till you make it. And ain't nothing wrong with like fake and not necessarily faking who you are, but you might have to fake your comfortability with it. You know what I mean?
Comfortability. Wow, I never heard that.
You might have to fake your comfortability with it, like yo, I can't let them see me nervous. Like I can't just be sitting here like shaking in my boots, like oh man. They talking to me, you're not saying nothing, you just sitting there.
For sure.
Like you can't be like that, bro. Come on, like you gotta hold your own. Yeah. Not that I'm that severe, but sometimes it's to a point where you might just like, dang, bro. Like I really don't feel like talking, but I have to. I have to exert this energy.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So,
man, that's a good, bro. That's very good information, man. I want to close this thing out by asking you a question, right? And I'm gonna ask you this question the same way I asked someone else, but when your time comes, because we all got our time, when we gonna leave this earth.
What time?
When you die.
When you die.
When that time comes, right? What would you want hypothetically, let's say you had a tape recorder, the last words you ever recorded, right? I mean, the last words you ever recorded. What would you want them words to be? The last words you ever recorded.
That's crazy. I say this. I said it earlier. There ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. Be free to be you. Keep God in your life. And don't think twice. Get to it.
Let's go, man. Hey, man, y'all seen it firsthand on the Street Dreamer podcast. My main man, Tony Davinci, came out and made a guest star appearance, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy our content. And make sure you subscribe to our videos and stay tuned for what's to come next week. Until next time.
Samuel McKinney.
Yo. Man. Be Street Dreamers.
Street Dreamers.
Out of here, man.
Peace.
We came up out that gutter, yeah. We can't forget about each other. Nah, we built the same but different struggles, yeah. Come show me lucker than my brother.